Proverbs chapter 1 verse 17 to 18 says, "Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives." Here's a short story inspired by this verse. The Snare and the River, a lesson in wisdom. One sunny afternoon, a young man named Eli sat by the river, contemplating the choices he had made in life. He had always been a curious soul, eager to learn, but sometimes his curiosity led him down dangerous paths. Eli had heard the wise elders of his village speak of wisdom, but there were times when he was tempted to follow the crowd rather than heed their advice. As he gazed at the river's flow, he remembered a lesson his father once shared with him. The net is spread in vain if the bird can see it, and those who lie in wait for their own blood will find only destruction. Eli's thoughts were interrupted by an old man walking along the bank. The man smiled kindly at him and sat beside him. "What troubles you, young one?" he asked. Eli sighed. "I feel like I'm always chasing after things that end up being traps. I see the world's ways, and they seem easy, but I know I've been following paths that could lead to my downfall." The old man nodded thoughtfully. "It's like this river," he said, pointing to the water that moved steadily in front of them. "The fish don't know the net is coming for them. But you, my young friend, have the wisdom to see beyond the surface. Don't be like the fish that swims into the snare. The traps are set for those who don't look closely." Eli felt a surge of understanding. "So you're saying I should be more careful with the choices I make?" The old man smiled. "Yes, always look carefully. The wise see the danger ahead and avoid it. The foolish, however, rush in, not seeing the harm until it's too late." Eli stood up, the weight of the old man's words settling in his heart. He had been given the eyes to see and the wisdom to choose. From that day forward, he promised to watch carefully, knowing that following wisdom would lead him to a better path. The moral of the story is, true wisdom helps us see and avoid the traps that foolishness and greed set before us. Even when temptation seems easy or popular, those who stay alert and choose the path of wisdom will avoid harm and walk toward a better future. Just like fish avoid visible nets, wise people recognize danger and steer clear of it, unlike those who fall into their own traps by harming others.